Good morning, traders. Today is December 9. We about to finish this year, 2025, and it's been a good year. We've been learning a lot and moving forward, and today I'm gonna be doing a review video, guys, for you with Euro USD and what I think. I'm gonna be 2026. I'm gonna be coming in more with more videos and more information, and hopefully I get to know more from you guys also in your opinion. So make sure you guys keep commenting and do what you have to do, and I'm gonna give you guys what I know and my strategies, and we'll see how far we can get with this. So as of right now, I am trading Euro USD. All right, guys, I'm trading Euro USD, and I am shorting Euro USD for the reason that I believe that the dollar has to stay strong due to the conflicts going around in Cambodia, Thailand, Ukraine, and Russia. All right, I'm gonna give you guys what I believe, so we'll see what happens right now. So let's go with this first. Let's start with the basics. When we look at places like Ukraine or even rising tensions in Thailand and South Asia, one thing becomes clear. These regions depend heavily on US military equipment. Whether it's advanced drones, aircraft systems, cyber defense, or intelligence support, the United States supplies the bulk of the world's highest level military technology. So we know that United States supplies a lot of people with high technology, with high military equipment. All right, so that means that people still depend on the U.S. for military equipment. Next thing, whether it's advanced drones, okay, we do that. And here's the part that matters for the dollar. All these military deals, contracts, and long-term service agreements are priced in USD. So every time a conflict escalates, every time a country increases its defense budget, every time a new contract is signed, it directly creates more demand for dollars. Now think about what's happening globally. Ukraine is receiving billions in military aid and purchasing American systems. Thailand is one of the biggest buyers of European and US equipment. Europe is raising defense budget across the board because the world feels less stable. So imagine they are trying to they're trying to increase their budget because the world feels unsafe. So they're going to try to find a little bit ways to become independent and not spend as much or depend too much as in America. Right? So that kind of, for right now, they still are not that level. So you can see guys, my trade, we still are not that level. So we still EU's trying to find still investors so they can build warehouses, create their own chip AIs, they create their own technology sector. They have to create all those things by themselves, but they're still not advanced yet. All right, they're still not there yet. Next thing, what do all these countries need to complete those transactions? Like, all right, what do they need? Dollars. And it doesn't stop here. Military demand boosts U.S. innovation. When the world buys American equipment, the U.S. defense sector expands. More productions, more R&D, faster technological breakthroughs, more high-paying jobs, and stronger U.S. industries. In a world moving towards AI, drones, cybersecurity, and quantum technology, conflicts actually accelerates innovation. So imagine, so all this military equipment and everything creates innovation, wants to people buy or create new weapons that are better, so more people around the country can keep buying. We're still strong, our military keeping our dollar strong. So, and for me, I believe the EU is trying to stop that dependency. It's trying to stop that conflict with the United States. They want to stop being pushed around by the US. So I don't know if you guys know, I know Ukraine has been trying to create their own drone industry because drones are becoming very big in the war. Also, there's a lot of, let's say, militias, cartels, and people that depend on drones, from cartels, militias in Africa and stuff like that. Now war is becoming more advanced, so even gangs and stuff like that at a lower downgrade, they're using drones. So the drone industry is becoming very, very big. Next thing we're gonna be seeing, the US becomes the center of that innovation cycle, and the dollar becomes even more dominant because it fuels the entire ecosystem. Bottom line, global instability doesn't just impact borders, it reshapes currency, trade, and investment flows. As long as countries depend on US military technology, there will always be built-in structural demand for US dollars. And with technology evolving faster than ever, we're entering a period where military innovation and financial power are more connected than realized. Alright, so remember, the demand of also military equipment brings in more capital from investors, because if I was an investor and I know that in 2-3 years people are gonna be still in war, I'm gonna put my capital and make it grow, because defense contracts or government contracts are gonna be rising. So that brings a lot of more capital into America. So it's good, I guess it's good for them for conflicts to stay in the market. Let's say conflicts are good for the market, or are good for the US dollar. So as of right now, we are seeing that sellers are willing to sell at an average price, but buyers are still not there. Like, buyers are not sure of buying right here. Who wants to buy euro when at this price, at a very expensive price at 116, when I can come back down here and make them pay me more for my military weapons? You know what I mean? I'm gonna make you pay me as much euro as you can, so I can put it as a reserve too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you want it? I want your dollars too. I'm gonna make you come down. I'll buy more. Give me more. Let's make a better deal. Let's make a better transaction deal, so I can sell you equipment. I think your dollar's too high. I think you're paying me, my technology is too advanced for the price that you want to give me your currency. So I believe that price is gonna come down, and I believe that around this area. Hold on, sorry guys. I believe around this area, around 1.1450 seems to be a fair pair for military weapons. So we might see price, or I'm gonna keep doing another video so we can see. We're gonna come here to the news. So what's going on right here? Ukraine at critical moment in war as European allies ramp up pressure on Russia. So you see, so they're putting pressure on Russia. So that means what? They need military weapons. They need to buy or front it. I need military weapons. Either you front me, or I can pay you right now, cash. I'll cash in. But there's not. So in order for them to get a better deal, remember, you have cash, but I'll make a good deal. But you got no cash and you want to front it. What does that mean? So hey, you gotta pay. You gotta give me a better deal, because it's fronted. This work is fronted. Remember, all these things is kind of like streets, like the street. This is like a mafia. This is like selling, I don't know, like, it's just like gangs who try to sell drugs. Is the same thing, but with military weapons. So this is, for me, means, as you can see, know that Ukraine remain reliant on US for some things. So you see right here, exactly say we still relying on some things. So advanced technologies, AI, advanced equipment. We don't know what the military has. They say Ukraine European allies on Monday said the war is at a very critical moment, as President Volodymyr says the country is preparing to share a revised peace plan with the U.S. Like, hey, look, you share a revised peace plan with the U.S. We are seeing it right now here, being on CNBC, and we're talking about it. And as you can see, they're trying to make a better deal. Like, for me, this is a better deal right here, and it's probably stay here and then come down, because of course the United States is going to try to have money reserve, or wants to have assets in the EU to create a stronger portfolio. That's with anything as an investor. So, in a statement following the meeting, Stramer office said that the leaders had discussed the importance of the U.S.-led peace talks to European security and supported the progress made so far. The leaders underscored the need for a just and lasting peace in Ukraine, which include robust security guarantees. Robust security guarantees. So I mean, they're trying to front the military equipment. All right. So I believe when you're trying to front it, hey, I want something in exchange too. So I would like you to, if you want to buy my equipment, I want you to give me more of your currency. So I'm gonna what? Bring it down, because I want you to gain more euros for my military equipment. It's like an interest payment. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you gotta pay interest on the equipment that I'm gonna front you. The European Commission, the executive arm of EU, last week proposed using cash from the balances of European financial institutions holding frozen Russian central bank assets to support current reparation loans. It also tabled borrowing the funds from international markets, offering member state an alternative to using Russian capital. You see, we're talking about it. Using cash. You have cash or you don't have cash. So they're going to use cash to buy some equipment and then use some international credit lines, and then offering an alternative using Russian fund, borrowing funds from international markets. So imagine they're gonna borrow funds, so they gotta pay interest. So in order for them to pay interest, what do they have to do? They have to decrease their currency. So that's something that's why I'm selling Euro USD, guys. The UK Prime Minister's office noted that those present on Monday meeting has also joined call with the European leaders following initial talks. U.S. support remains crucial as European leaders reiterated, I don't know how to say that word, they support for Kyiv. Zelensky stressed that Ukraine also relying on input from Washington, so they still depend. So you see the strength of the dollar still strong. I don't like to trade, guys, price action, nothing. I like to know where the deals are being made at. This is what hustlers do. This is what you do when you're trying to make business. You gotta look for good deals, and this is how deals are being done. You want something, I want something back. It's a win-win situation. The UK and France has been leading proponents of a coalition of the willing, a group of countries that could be part of reassurance force in post-war Ukraine that helps guarantee its security. So imagine they are being leading proponents of coalition of willing. So they're finding investors, they're finding a group of people that can help them secure this because they cannot trust the US as much. So they cannot. So that means that it's gonna keep coming down because they're gonna try better deals with the EU. I'll let you buy cheaper EU for later down the road returns. You know what I mean? So the exchange rate for my equipment, for the European equipment, either from drones or whatever, they can still be at the discount and you can get some plus. Ukraine is expected to share a revised peace plan with the US after London talks. The updated plan consists of 20 points after some obvious anti-Ukrainian points were removed. Zelensky said in the commitment reported by Sky News, he added that he wanted to share a revised plan with the U.S. today. On Sunday, Trump claims Zelensky had not yet read the latest U.S.-backed plans yet. They're unclear the version Trump was referring to. So they don't know what they're talking about, right? Confusion in the market. So, hey, we don't know what deal plan you're making. So they're making deals behind scenes. So remember, the EU's trying to stop depending on the US as much. So they're gonna find, I believe that they're gonna find Chinese are gonna be coming in and flooding their market with capital. We'll see. I think the Chinese are gonna be entering the EU market because right now the EU market is very vulnerable. So we're gonna see what happens, guys. As you can see, look how close I was to be in takeoff, but it was good, so I'm still holding. I don't like to day trade. I don't like to do anything. I like to wait and sit and let my price go and make my knowledge show results, guys. So hopefully you guys like this video. We're gonna be uploading more videos as I go with information. So let's get it, and we'll see how far we can get.